What if there was a switch inside your subconscious mind, and once you turn it on, your wildest dreams come to life? What if you turn that switch on and 8 days later you are on a dream vacation with your crush in Bali? Because that's exactly what my client went through. Just after one single session, we got inside her subconscious mind and made certain changes that we're going to talk about a bit later. And once we did that, 8 days later, she was on a dream vacation with her crush of 2 years. And how did that happen? So in this video, we are going to talk about what she did and how she ended up in Bali with her crush. To understand her story, you need to understand 8 days before this actually happened, when she joined my High Value Love Identity program, she was actually suffering from a lot of fear of abandonment. And she told me about how her past relationships always ended up with her partners abandoning her in some shape or form. However, while we were talking about her past, she also mentioned that one of her work colleagues who happened to be interested in her approached her 2 years ago. And when he approached her, she kind of felt that fear of abandonment, and she didn't entertain the idea of being with someone with whom her relationship wouldn't work out. She would feel abandoned and being in the same workplace as that particular person. So she never entertained the idea, and the guy felt like, she's not into me, let's just keep it casual. And the guy sort of backed off. However, when the guy backed off, she always had this one feeling like she liked the guy. And she wanted to know if this relationship could even work out. But that fear of abandonment kept her from interacting with this person. Now, once she came to my program and we got inside the session, I explained to her that we need to remove this fear of abandonment, because this fear of abandonment is manifesting in her life. And that is one of the biggest reasons that a lot of her previous relationship ended up with her feeling abandoned in some shape or form. Because we always attract what we feel inside. And if we can change what we feel inside, we can attract whatever we desire. But the problem with that is a lot of the feelings that we have is from our childhood conditioning and childhood traumas. And if we were conditioned to have fear of abandonment from our childhood, we will often end up in situations and relationships where we will be abandoned. And you can check this concept out by analyzing your past relationship, and you will observe that your relationships will have a pattern. All the relationship might have ended up with the same pattern. And if you have a pattern, that means that pattern has a point of origin. And if we can change the point of origin, we can break this particular pattern. That's how our subconscious mind works. Our subconscious mind is a pattern recognition machine, and it follows the patterns to the dot, because survival is your subconscious mind's primary objective. So it will stick to old patterns. Why does it stick to old patterns? Because if you observe, you have survived your old patterns. So your subconscious mind feels like, even though it might not be comfortable, but you have survived those patterns. Since you have survived them, the pattern continues. So what we did in the first session is we got inside her subconscious mind, located her father wound. And it turns out during the ages of 1 to 9, she was subject to a lot of neglect from her father. Her father would consistently compare her with other people and make her feel like that she was not good enough. And one of the memories from her childhood popped out, which laid the foundation for her pattern, the point of origin for her fear of abandonment. Now, in this memory, her father was comparing her to other people, and she felt quite neglected by that experience, and that laid the foundation for her pattern. So, using instant healing hypnosis, we removed her father wound. And the moment I brought her out of hypnosis, the father wound was gone. That fear of abandonment was gone. Now, this is the most important part. Anytime you remove any kind of influence from your subconscious mind will give you certain actions. These actions are often given by your subconscious mind to ensure that you are able to survive any kind of new experiences. So you need to start following these actions. Now the secret is, in these actions lies the secret to your manifestation. The more you practice these actions, you will be able to generate an emotional state that you desire, and that emotional state will attract similar experiences. Now, once she finished her first session, her father wound, her mother wound was gone. She got certain actions that she needed to start practicing, and I explained to her that she needs to make these actions a part of her lifestyle. Now she started doing that. In week 2, I teach people conversational hypnosis, and my coordinator was reaching out to her, but she just wouldn't respond. So we got a little worried about, where is she? Why is she not responding? So my coordinator kept checking up with her. However, after 3 weeks of no response, she reaches out explaining how sorry she was, and she couldn't respond to us because she flew to Bali with her crush. So she was having the best days of her life, and as you can see from her testimonial, she's living her dream life. Once she got back from her vacation and we got on the call, we finished the program, and she explained to me that as she started following the lessons, she was behaving in a completely different manner. And that is quite normal. Once you start taking the actions that your subconscious mind gave you, you develop a new identity. Hence the name High Value Love Identity Program, because it shifts your identity. Now, once she started operating from this new identity, she explained that she casually struck up a conversation with her crush at her workplace. Now, remember, at this particular time, she doesn't know conversational hypnosis at all because I haven't given her the second session. But that conversation went so well that her crush once again asked her out, and she accepted the invitation this time. And as their relationship started progressing, in just a couple of days, her crush expressed that he is going on a vacation to Bali, and he asked her out if she would be interested to travel with him, and she accepted. If you observe, just 8 days before, she had no hope with regards to this relationship. She had no idea that this relationship could even work out. But just a subtle shift inside her subconscious mind, and suddenly 8 days later, she's on a dream vacation in Bali with her crush. This is the power of your subconscious mind. There is a lot of spiritual saying that says, whatever you truly desire is already there. You just have to shift your emotions to get it. This is exactly what it means. Once you shift your emotions, it changes your identity. And once you start operating from that identity, you end up attracting whatever you truly desire. Now, if you are wondering, how does instant healing hypnosis work? And how can you get inside your subconscious mind and locate that switch which will unlock all your manifestation? I would highly recommend to try out my Instant Heartbreak Healing Mastery course. Now, this course will help you remove any kind of a heartbreak, but it goes way beyond that. In this course, I explain to you how your subconscious mind works, what are the protocols of your subconscious mind, and how you can get inside your subconscious mind and instantly turn off any kind of a heartbreak or remove any kind of a negative emotional state in couple of minutes. And to prove that, I have a hypnosis in this course, so you can check this 90-minute course out. It is absolutely free. I'll leave a link in the description, and this course will open your mind up to the world of impossible possibilities. So do check it out. And I want you to understand something very important from her life story. That is, you have the potential to attract anything. Manifestation is not a spiritual practice, it is a psychological practice. Your emotional state is controlled by your subconscious mind, and whatever you feel is what you attract, and your feelings determine the sort of behavior you have. So once you start acting on those feelings, that's exactly what you attract. Now, these emotions can be negative, these emotions can be positive. The choice is yours. If you keep acting on those negative emotions, you will keep attracting negative experiences into your reality. However, if you shift your emotional state from negative to positive by removing the point of origin for all the negative emotional state. And those negative emotional states may include fear of abandonment, fear of neglect, fear of rejection, or any kind of relationship pattern that you might have developed between the ages of 1 to 9. The moment you remove that, your emotional state shifts. And once your emotional state shifts, your behavior, your identity shifts, and that attracts your manifestation faster than any manifestation practice, because I have observed this with more than 700 plus clients, and even in my own life. The secret lies in shifting your emotional state by removing the point of origin and following the actions with the new identity. I hope her story inspires you and it helps you to take action in your life. I'll see you guys in the next video. My name is Axe. I'm an instant healing hypnotherapist. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. And remember the power of your subconscious mind. Bye-bye.